Okay, Wildcats. Today we're going at journal page 22, solving systems of linear equations with matrices. To solve the system of equation with the inverse, you first write the matrix equation AX equals B, where A is a coefficient matrix, X is the variable matrix, and B is the constant matrix. The matrix equation representing 1x plus 1y plus 3z equals 8, 2x plus 4y plus 1z equals negative 3, 5x minus 2y minus 7z equals 0 is shown, where A is 1, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5, negative 2, negative 7, which is a 3 by 3 matrix, which you get that from the numbers in front of the variables. Then the matrix X is your variables X, Y, Z, and then matrix B is 8, negative 3, 0, okay? All right, to solve AX equals B, multiply both sides by the inverse A inverse. So you have AX equals B, which we have right here, multiply both sides by A inverse, so you're left with X equals A inverse times B, because A inverse times A is 1. Okay, so if you would, finish up your notes. Okay, now your notes are updated. Let's take a look at the examples. All right, journal page 22, solving systems of linear equations with matrices. Example 1, solve the system using matrices. All right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to identify what A is. So A is 4, 2, 1, 1, negative 3, negative 3, negative 2, 3. There's no Z there, so 0. X equals XYZ. And B is 22, 23, 7. Okay. All right. So now we know that AX equals B. Okay. So now we need to multiply both sides by A inverse. So A inverse times AX equals A inverse times B. Well, we know A inverse times A is 1, so you're left with X equals A inverse B. Okay, so now we're going to plug in A inverse B into the Desmos calculator. Okay, so I'm going to add a tab, Desmos. I'm going to click on, and actually let me take a step back to show you how I got there. So if you go to Desmos.com, I click on Math Tools. I'm going to click on Matrix Calculator, and I'm going to click on New Matrix. I need to clear that. Sorry, I had something here I had to exit out. So let me try it again. New Matrix. A is a 3 by 3, so let's pull the numbers in. So 4, 1, negative 2, 2, negative 3, 3, 1, negative 3, 0. Okay, this blue button right here is your enter button, so press enter. Now I'm going to add another new matrix, and that's going to be B, which is 3 by 1. So that's 22, 23, 7. This blue enter button right here. Now I know that X is A inverse times B. So it is 7, 0, and 3. So X equals 7, 0, 3. So X equals 7, Y equals 0, and Z equals 3. All right. Go ahead and finish up example 1. Okay, now example 1 is completed. Let's take a look at example 2. Okay, solve the system using matrices. So first off, we have A, which is 2, negative 6, 4. That's a 1 right there, so that's negative 1, 3, negative 2, 3, negative 9, 6. X equals X, Y, Z. And B equals 15, negative 45, and 30. Now we know that AX equals B. Okay, we multiply both sides by A inverse. All right, so then A inverse times A is 1, so it's X equals A inverse B. So let's plug that into our calculator. So let me go to Desmos. I'm going to clear this out. new matrix. A is a 3 by 3, so that's 2, -1, 3, -6, 3, -9, 4, -2, 6. So click here, and then new matrix. B is a 3 by 1, so then that's 15, -45, 30. And we know that A inverse times B is what X is equal to, so press enter. Now you get an error message. When you get an error message, you're going to have to go back and solve this algebraically, okay? So we're going to number this equation 1, 2, 3, okay? Now it looks like if we multiply the first equation by 3 and combine it with 2, the x's will cancel. So let's do that. So let's multiply equation 1 by 3. So 3 times 2x is 6x. Oh, not 63. 6x minus 3y plus 9z equals 15. Okay, and then that's equation 1 times 3. And then we just have equation 2, so -6x plus 3y minus z equals -45. Almost made a mistake. I forgot to multiply the 15 by 3. So 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times -1 is -3, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 15 is 45. Okay? And that's equation 2. So 6x minus 6x cancels up with 0. -3y and 3y cancels up with 0. 9z minus 9z is 0, so you're left with 0 equals 45 minus 45 is 0. When you do this and all the variables are eliminated and you're left with a true statement, we can say that this has an infinite solution. Or it has infinite solutions. Okay, go ahead and finish up example 2. All right, now let's take a look at example 3. Solve the system using matrices. Okay, all right, so we know that A is 2, 8, 2. That's a 1, that's a 1, so it's -1, -4, -1. That's 3, 12, 3. Okay, X is X, Y, Z. And then B is 15, 0, 5. And again, we know that AX equals B. So then A inverse AX equals A inverse B. So A inverse times A is 1, so that's X equals A inverse B. Okay, so now we know we're going to go to our Desmos calculator. We're going to clear this out. And so new matrix, A is a 3 by 3, so that's 2, -1, 3, 8, -4, 12. Let's see, 2, -1, 3. Press enter right here. And then new matrix again, B is a 3 by 1, and so that's 15, 0, 5. Enter. And we know that X is A inverse times B. And so you notice you get an error message. When you get an error message, you need to go back and you're going to have to solve this algebraically. So it looks like if we multiply, let's call this equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. If we multiply equation 1 by, let's see, actually, it looks like if we multiply, yep, if we multiply, well, let's leave equation 1 alone. If we multiply equation 3 by -1, this would be a -2x, and the 2x minus 2x will cancel. So let's do that. So we have 2x minus 1y plus 3z equals 15. That's equation 1. Now we're going to multiply equation 3 by negative 1. So that's negative 2x plus 1y minus 3z equals negative 5. And that's equation 3 times negative 1. Okay? So the x's cancel here, the y's cancel, the z's cancel. You're left with 0 equals 15 minus 5 is 10. That's a false statement. When all the variables are eliminated and left with a false statement, we know there's no solution. Okay, go ahead and finish up example 3 and have a wonderful Wildcat day.